So this is a piecewise function. It says the cost of parking at the Baltimore-Washington Airport is a function of h, which is the number of hours the car is parked. The cost function, p, can be represented by a set of rules. So when you have these types of situations, you have to understand the rules. These numbers right here represent the amount of money that you're going to have to spend. And these numbers over here, these time intervals, are the amounts of time you have. And so together, the money and the rule go together so we can figure out what's going on. So for example, in this case right here, this number on the left is the money. So you're going to pay $4 if you park between 0 and 1 hour. Okay, now it gets a little tricky because when you look at this, what I want you to notice is that some of these times repeat. So we've got 1 hour listed twice, and we have 3 hours listed twice. But they're not actually listed twice, and the reason they're not listed twice has to do with this symbol. If you look at this symbol, this is less than or equal to 1. That means this includes 1 hour. So for this first time period, it's more than 0, but including 1 hour. Now in this second time period right here, there's no equal to sign on the 1. So that means more than 1 hour and up to and including 3 hours. So that's important for you because anytime you're asked about an amount of amount of hours that's listed twice, you're always going to go with the value that has the equal to sign with it because that's where it's included. So let's look at a couple of these problems here. So for problem number 1, it says how much does it cost to park for 5 hours? So what we want to do is we want to look at our rules and figure out where is 5 hours included. And remember, we'll see 5 hours is listed here and here. Now, what that means, it can't be $12 and $20. It's only one of these two amounts. So remember, this one here with the equal to sign means it includes 5 hours. So in order to park for 5 hours, that's going to be this one right here. It's going to cost us $12 to park for 5 hours. So let's clear off this table. We'll do the next set of questions. If this one's question is a little bit different, it says if Jorge paid $8, if he paid $8, how many hours could he have been parked? So when we look at this, if he paid $8, that means we're talking about this amount of time here. Remember, that amount of time means he parked. It doesn't include 1, okay? So he parked for more than 1 hour, for more than 1 hour, and up to, and including, because it's got the equal to sign here, up to and including 3 hours. So he parked for a little more than 1 hour and up to 3 hours, but no more than 3 hours. All right, how much does it cost to park for 6 hours? So when I look at where 6 hours would be, 6 hours would be in this time period between 5 hours and 24 hours. So that means we're going to pay $20 to park for 6 hours. The domain of my function, remember when we talk about domain and range, domain, those are our x values. And our x values are going to be our time period. So our domain is going to come from this information here. So what we want to do is look at all the possible time periods we're talking about. The lowest time period we have, the lowest number in my domain, is 0 hours, okay? And it's got a less than symbol there. The highest value I have in my domain is up to and including 24 hours. So these rules go from we park anywhere from 0 hours up to and including 24 hours. Now your range, which is what's listed here, your range is going to be your amounts of money that you're going to pay. Now this is a little bit tricky because the amount of money we pay is going to be just 4 different options. Okay, so it's not all the values that are in between here. Our range is only the values of $4, $8, $12, or $20. Those are the only options we have, and we put those inside these brackets because that show us we're talking about a set of numbers, but only these numbers.